How you doing, everybody? Welcome to another shave. Today we're doing a shave review on CBL Soaps using Black Rose Oud. There we go. And we'll also be going over my final thoughts on the Blackland Dart. This is the third use. So it's the Dart with a Perma-Sharp stainless on its third use. And we'll also be using the Paladin Manic Depression 28mm in the El Dorado shade. So Black Rose Oud. Let's go over the soap first. It is definitely a floral. So here are the scent notes for Black Rose Oud. And it's the combination of the rose, the oud is very subdued, the sandalwood is very subdued. But the combination, the rose is the overwhelming scent in this, and the combination of everything that comes in behind it really gives it a dark rose scent. And I mean, it's really quite nice. It's not my favorite rose scent, but it's not far off. Its strength of scent is probably about a 2.5 to 3 out of 5. When you pair this up against Rose of Bourbonnia, the Rose of Bourbonnia is much stronger out of the tub. That's like a 4 out of 5 out of the tub. So, ingredient wise, this is regular Wagyu beef formulation, and it's an outstanding base. So let's go ahead and soap. I did bloom the soap this morning, which you don't need to do with this soap, and soap the badger. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing good this Tuesday. "15-second load." It's about as fast as it gets with any soap. Actual soap, not cream. Now, I did pour the bloom water in here, so there is a little water in there. And it does take quite a bit of water, so I'm just going to go ahead, throw 7 in there right off the bat. We're going to see how fast we can build the lather to this consistency it needs to. Normally I like adding water slowly. I know it's going to take at least 12 squirts. I've got 7 in there right now, plus a little water. So we're going to see how this goes. Plus all the water that's held in the badger brush. This is definitely a floral scent. Yeah, that's about right. We'll go 1.5 more squirts. Yep. Okay. We'll be right back. I'm going to do my hot towel, and we'll be back for the shave. See you in a second, guys. All right, guys. Let's get right into this. So, again, off the tub, it was like a 2.5 or 3. I'd say closer to a 2.5. It does open up once you lather it to a little bit better than a 3. And the notes underneath the rose really start to come out. The oud, the the sandalwood and the patchouli really are playing around together, and it's actually quite nice, even though I'm not the biggest fan of patchouli. But make no mistake, this is definitely a floral accord. All right, Blackland Dart. Chris Noir. Alright, so what I will say is that there is like I went over yesterday, there's definitely some blade feel with this razor. However, I wouldn't put it in the rough category. It is quite smooth actually, and comfortable to use. Much more so than the Timeless Bronze. However, is it as smooth as the General Brass? We're about to find out. By the way, guys, the residual slickness on this soap is insane. About the best I've ever experienced. Almost as good as Icarus. Icarus is just slightly better at that. For me. Now, I will say that this seems heavier. I would imagine that's because the head is quite a bit larger. There's quite a bit more material in the head. From an actual weight perspective, I think this is maybe 10 grams heavier. Maybe. Okay. 1 against the grain passed on with the General. And the reason I'm using the General as a comparison, even though it's a single edge razor, is that it is the smoothest safety razor I own. Smoothest and most efficient. And that's kind of the measure I use for all my modern razors. And an answer, not nearly as smooth. Right off the bat, I can tell you it's not as smooth. Not nearly as smooth. Brass General's got this beat for smoothness. Now, efficiency-wise, I will say this is an extremely efficient razor. However, it's not quite as smooth. I've got another couple of razors coming in, and we're going to try those out, both of which I've already bought, but this is the one I was really had the most questions about. Not quite sure yet. I want to see how these other razors feel and handle, and we'll make a decision at that point on whether or not I'm going to pull the trigger on the Dart. As far as the soap goes, great soap. I mean, outstanding soap base, outstanding soap, just a pleasure to use. So if you haven't checked these out, if you haven't checked CBL Soaps out, you need to. All right, guys, I'll be right back, and we'll do our wrap up and scoring. Okay, see you in a second. All right, guys, let's go over what we used today. So we used CBL Soaps Black Rose Oud, Paladin Manic Depression 28mm, this is in the Eldorado shape, Select Badger, Blackland Dart with a perma-sharp blade on its third use, and then we followed up with some Thayer's Rose, some Paladin Balm infused with some Halfeti, Penhaligon's Halfeti, and then 1 or 2 squirts of Halfeti because it's pretty strong stuff. So let's get into what my thoughts are for the new rating system on CBL Soaps overall. This isn't necessarily on one or the other, because like I said, I've used 2 of his formulations, one with the Guinness in it, and the rest are in his normal base outside of the Ghost line. But so again, so loading, it loads fast. I mean, you saw it was a 15-second load, and I had enough for 6 passes. Latherability is an 8 out of 10. Water band, 8 out of 10. Cushion protection, 9.5 out of 10. Slickness glide, 9.5 out of 10. I mean, this is a really, and the thing is, you can customize this soap and this lather to exactly what you want. The water band is wide enough to do that, and depending on how you add water, how fast you add water, how much you want to face lather, I mean, you can get the lather exactly how you want it. Residual slickness is 9 out of 10. Honestly, after 6 uses of the soap, it could be better. There are soaps that I've used that are better. but there were times, and I think it was because I didn't have it fully hydrated, where the residual slickness was almost non-existent, and then I had other times when the residual slickness was absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to give it a 9, because when the residual slickness was there, meaning I had the hydration right, it was outstanding. So stability, 10 out of 10. Face feel, 9 out of 10. This soap feels great on the face. Just an absolutely wonderful feeling soap on the face, and a post-shave moisturizing score of 9 out of 10. It does leave your face feeling very, very good. Again, I use post-shave product because I enjoy using post-shave product, not because I have to use post-shave product. All right, so total performance score is a 9.11. It's the highest I've seen so far. I'm going to give the soap an enjoyment factor of 0.95. Now that's an overall feeling from using the soap, from pricing to packaging, to enjoyment of the scent, how strongly it's scented. The only reason it's not getting a 1 for my enjoyment factor is the simple fact that while I'm proud to own the Shaving Cadre soap, it's a vetiver, and I'm just not the biggest fan of vetiver. So I'm docking the score 0.05. Overall score after that is going to be an 8.65. Again, that's the highest score I've seen so far. So just a great soap. I really, really enjoy using this. It's definitely an elite soap for me. After using it 6 times, it's an elite soap. There's no getting around it. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check out CBLSoap.com. And he's always trying to figure out new scents. And he does have another formula with the dragon's blood. It's got hemp oil in it. And it's supposed to be even more moisturizing than his original formula. So check it out. If you haven't stopped by the Shaving Cadre, stop on by and check us out. theshavingcadre.com. We'd love to see you there. Still 55 spots or 54 slots open in my PIF. So still looking for people to join and get in on the PIF. It's a great PIF. If you haven't seen it, go back, check the video, and yeah, stopping by the Shaving Cadre, guys. I'm Dagwoodz. I'll see you there. Peace.